So another day's officially in the books for the stock market and for Palantir stock. And let me tell you, man, we had another green day for Palantir. It just keeps pushing up, defying the laws of gravity, up another 2% on the day, and it closed at $118 a share. So guys, listen, we have to go over Palantir, the charts, what I'm looking to do, and we'll cover the indexes, which I'm sure you saw they were vastly in the red this morning, and somehow, some way, the S&P went green, the Dow went green, the Nasdaq almost went green. So we have to cover a lot in this video. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the free email stock newsletter where I send out my top stocks right to your email weekly for free. Put your first name and your email address using that link down below. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So look at this move that Palantir made today. This is nuts. I'm sure you all remember this morning we got the GDP number, the advanced GDP number for Q2 2025 or Q1, excuse me, and it wasn't the best, right? It showed that the economy contracted, which we covered in my previous video. Not ideal for Q1, as a lot of businesses are stocking up on inventory. Imports were through the roof. A lot of businesses are trying to get around Trump's tariffs, so that's a big reason why we got GDP to drop 0.3% annualized for Q1. And again, we covered that in the previous video, and that caused a lot of stocks to get hit. Palantir went from 115 in the pre-market to 109, and man, it just ran all day after that. No joke. It went up 8% from 109 to 118.19, which is where it closed. And it didn't pull back really at all intraday. You know, it saw that pullback in the morning pre-market, but it was up and away ever since that point, right? You guys can see on the 5-day, 5-minute, we put in some clear higher lows today. We put in a higher low Monday, Friday. You guys see on the chart here, this looks really good on the 5-day, 5-minute. And on the 20-day, 1-hour chart, look at this, guys. We are clearly starting to fill the next gap here. So you all probably remember, especially if you've been watching my videos here, we covered the gap from 98 to 106. We called that out, and I said, look, if we break 106, 116 is next, 16, 17. We filled that gap in the matter of 2-3 days, and now we're breaking 116.17. Right? We closed over it. We're actually up over 119 in the aftermarket, and we're starting to break out towards really the next resistance, which is 125. It's the all-time high, guys. Hello, we're heading in that direction, which is great news. If I zoom in here on the 4-hour chart, just look at the sheer momentum that Palantir is building. It's been building up. I mean, this is nuts. From 98 to 106 to 116. Now that's breaking, and we're starting to fill the gap to 125, which is really the only resistance right now on the chart. So the only resistance is the all-time high. You know what I mean? So this looks as bullish as ever, guys. And again, it's trending up here after the bell, up around 50 cents. It keeps on moving, and earnings are coming up on the 5th of May in a couple of days, early next week. And I got the question yesterday, Stas, do you think Palantir is going to go to 125 before earnings? And I said there's a decent chance. Do you guys remember that in my video yesterday? I was like, look, there's a decent chance we do that. Pretty decent chance. And now, fast forward to today, that chance has gotten even better or bigger, because we're breaking this level. We're at a multi-month high now. We were yesterday as well, but we hit a fresh multi-month high again today, and we're just extending these gains. Now we're at 119. I think good chance we get to 125 based on how things are looking as of right now. The resiliency in Palantir shareholders, it's remarkable. Again, we saw an insane move intraday. This easily could have just fizzled out and closed at 110, but no, No, it's ripping all the way to 119 plus. So it just goes to show how strong of an investor base Palantir has right now. Every dip's getting bought up, heading into earnings at least. We'll see what happens after earnings. But, man, this is great news overall. And just look at the stock go. Look at the stock go, man. It's going in the right direction. It has been. And so is the stock market. The stock market this morning, rightfully so, after we got that GDP disappointment. Stocks got hit, but man, we ended up closing on a very nice swing here. SPY from the low to the high today went up around 3%. Think about that. QQQ from low to high went up around percentage-wise 3.5%. My goodness, man. And we're about to get earnings from, I believe, Microsoft and Meta today. It's 4:10 p.m. when I'm making this video. I'm curious to see if their earnings are out yet. I kind of want to make a separate video for their earnings, but yeah, it looks like Meta's out. The stock's moving up $18 a share right now, 3-4% in the green. Let's see if I can see a quick glance here. So Meta reported $6.43 earnings per share versus $5.21 expected. So they beat EPS and they beat sales, 42.31 versus 41.39 billion. So double beat out of Meta. They see Q2 sales of 42.5 to 45.5 billion versus 44.06 billion. So very good guidance for Meta Q2 revenue wise. And let's see, anything else? That's pretty much it. I mean, these earnings just came out, so we haven't seen much in terms of the full breakdown. But we're now starting to break out here above the moving averages on Meta stock on the 4-hour chart for the first time literally since the end of February. About 2.5 months of downtrending. Now we're starting to show signs of life. Very good sign overall here for Meta. And let me show you Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft, let's go, baby. This thing is moving. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what we want to see, guys. Up 5.5% after the bell here for Microsoft. They reported earnings per share of $3.46 versus $3.22 expected on sales of $70.07 billion versus $68.43 billion. So double beat for Microsoft. Anything on guidance? Too soon for guidance. But, man, this is a great initial reaction for these stocks. QQQ's popping in the aftermarket, which is beautiful, right? Awesome. We're making a big move there, and obviously that's dragging up Palantir. Now, this is almost, oh, man, almost at $120 a share, guys. PLTR is pushing 120 plus almost right now aftermarket. And if Meta and Microsoft keep pushing, keep dragging up that QQQ ETF, maybe, just maybe, Palantir's at $120 tomorrow. Yes, you heard that right. So what a day. What a day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I'll probably do another video tonight going over Meta and Microsoft, so make sure to subscribe, follow along for more content. Check out the Patreon if you want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio. I post real-time updates on Patreon, and join the email stock newsletter. It's free, linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.